Hello, and thanks for joining us on another VidCast with yourlocalnote.com. We got some familiar friends with us for this VidCast. Happy to have them back. They've got a lot of great stuff they want to share with you. It's the Great SOCIO. We'll be talking with them in just a few minutes. Want to remind you that you can always get our newsletter that Mike sends out every week. Just contact us at contact@yourlocalnote.com. We're streaming 24/7. You can download the apps. They're absolutely free for your iPhone and for your Android. Just go to the respective stores, type in YLN, download it for free, and you can take yourlocalnote.com with you anywhere you go, and you can check out the best music from the Philadelphia area. All right, let's get to the guys from the Great SOCIO. First, we're going to go with a song called Let Go. It's from their new EP that's coming out this week. It's called Find the Time is the name of the EP. The song is called Let Go on yourlocalnote.com.
A distance, the flip dance, the showing of the circumstances of our own through. That's the words I left to happen. Stand, stir it, the tide by the moon. Stir it, the moment in the current. Raw like the earth, by the time I'm here to stir it. So I'm happy just to be in every time I do deserve to let go. So let go. The past is just a figment worth observing if you earned it. The future gets to be whatever happened, so distorted. The sentiment, the story, if it happened, then you own it, and it looks like what will be, whatever made is what we burning. Oh, the kids will never change, the youth will come and have it like the rabbit from the lavish love that's coming now. The only time I know, now. The only time I know, now. The only life I know, let go. Madness, the theories, the current, the words are still the habit. The system of communicated thoughts, I pick them out of it, the habit, stir it, the time and the truth. Stir it, we fly right through. Stir it, stir it. 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 The past is just a figment worth observing if you earned it. The future gets to be whatever happened, so distorted. The sentiment, the story, if it happened, then you own it, and it looks like what will be, whatever made is what we burning. Oh, the kids will never change, the youth will come and have it like the rabbit from the lavish love that's coming now. The only time I know, now. The only time I know, now. The only life I know, let go.
The song is called Let Go from the brand new EP coming out this week. It's called Find the Time from the band The Great SOCIO. Guys, welcome back.
Hello. Hey.
Good Good to see you.
It's so wonderful to be here.
I think this is like your fourth time here, which is very cool.
Fourth time's a charm, RJ.
Yeah. And you got so much going on that I want to get to. I want to get to it real quickly, so let's not reminisce too much. But let's start off with this song, Let Go. Who wrote it? What is it about?
Let Go is about being in the moment, living in the moment.
Mm-hmm.
And having times where you really just let go of everything that stresses you out, all the things that prevent you from doing what you want.
Okay. All right.
And yeah, just having a great time.
All right. And it's off a new EP, Find the Time. This is your third EP, is that correct?
Yes.
And you had Modern Grip, which did very well for you guys. And now you got your third EP. What was the difference between the second and the third as far as songwriting is concerned, Craig? I mean, was there a theme to things, or was it just, I like these songs and we're going to put them together on the EP?
It's a good question. People have been asking here and there in the scene. And what I've been telling them is I've been considering Find the Time like a younger brother.
Okay.
Modern Grip. Anybody who likes Modern Grip will definitely like Find the Time, I think.
All right.
The songwriting style was honed a little bit on Find the Time, but generally it was the same sort of production.
Okay.
With our newest drummer, Drew.
Right. Who's not here tonight, but let's give a shout out to Drew.
Couldn't make it.
Sorry,
He's
we couldn't
the
have
doctor.
it. He's at what?
He's the doctor.
He's the doctor.
I love him.
Okay, very cool. So when you're putting this EP together, and you're putting the songs together, as you said, it's like the little brother. So there was an effort by you guys to make sure there was some sort of relatability between Modern Grip and Find the Time, or did it just fall into place?
I think because of the writing style, the similarity to Modern Grip, it's pretty close as far as the songs go.
Okay. And as far as recording the songs between the two EPs, was there a lot of things that you did the same, or did you try some different things? Is it something that, because this is still a new experience, recording albums, or EPs, I should say. So the recording process, is that something each time you learn something new and say, hey, we're going to do this next time?
Absolutely. One thing I would like to say about Let Go specifically, there's one of my favorite keys parts in Let Go. And I remember specifically me and Monty sitting in the band room working pre-production for hours, this one session. And we had two keys lines, I think. And I don't know if we ended up putting them together, but the harmony that we created out of these two keys lines for the hook is just, it's wonderful.
Okay. And that you worked with Monty on that?
Yeah, where I was working the board in Pro Tools, Monty behind his key rig.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think the way it worked is we wrote a line, and we were like, well, this needs a harmony. We wrote a line, and then we were like, well, this needs a harmony. And then we decided I needed to be able to play it with one hand, so
Okay.
it needed to become one line.
All right. Do you find putting songs together as you're getting more and more in the songwriting process, the recording process? Is it something that's coming easier to you guys, or are you still learning things? And because you're learning more, it's still a process, a long process, because you're adding more and more to what you do.
You know, it's kind of like a sway, like a wave that
Okay.
goes one way and back.
Okay.
But the water is rising at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
You learn things, and it makes a technique that you were using kind of arbitrary, and maybe you bypass it altogether.
Okay.
And in that sense, it's a lot easier. But when you learn new things and new tricks, it opens up this whole new area to expand upon creatively.
Okay.
So while some things take less time, you grow in ways that, like, coming back to this, like, me and Monty will sit down and, like, we know, like, we're going to be here for hours. Like,
Right.
To get this to where we're happy with it, to where we can say we've got a product, we're going to be working on it for a long time.
Well, when you first came in a couple years ago, And then when I heard the songs off of Modern Grip, I hear the progress. I hear the growth, and that's great. I can't wait to hear Find the Time and to hear how you guys are progressing. How far do you feel you progress? You look back 3 years ago when you guys were first starting out, and you're like, wow, I can't believe we were doing that because we can do this now.
We look back 2 weeks ago and think that.
Yeah. Find the Time's been released to us for a few months already. The next EP's written even.
Really?
It is true, yeah.
This, I consider Find the Time and Modern Grip kind of like its own little period. We started working with Forge Recording, and we started working with our latest drummer, Drew, who's now the longest standing drummer over there.
And our permanent drummer.
And yeah, he's
a drummer.
He's our forever boy.
Okay.
But it's this new period where Modern Grip, we were getting accustomed to this new period in our development and our songwriting and our production. We had it pretty well honed for the production of Find the Time, and our relationship with Ron DiSilvestro at Forge Recording was a little more cohesive.
So that makes it better.
And so I'd say the production value of Find the Time has improved.
Okay.
Just in the upgrades of equipment that Forge Recording got. They have an amazing new API console that's just state of the art, and that made a big difference. But also just Ron's experience in working with us makes a huge difference in the quality of our production.
Well, he knows what you guys are capable of. I can make that. He knows what you guys are capable of, and he knows he's getting to know you better, so he probably knows what you're looking for.
Yeah, totally. But in that sense, it's kind of like one period that's its evolutions are smaller in comparison to the evolutions that are taking place now in our songwriting.
Okay. Why do you say that?
Yeah, I
things
guess
are changing.
That's important.
Yeah, things are really changing now as far as the songs that we're getting ready to release for 2015.
Right.
Is very, well, I guess you wouldn't hear it and say, oh, that's not the Great Socio, because it's definitely the Great Socio.
Right,
for sure.
right.
But it's very different.
There's surprises we've been working on.
Okay. And is that just through a learning process and a growing process as musicians?
Yeah, I mean, we're all getting better at what we do, and we're all trying to expand what we do continually.
And does it help that you guys have been working together now? It's over 3 years.
Absolutely.
Man. Oh, yeah.
Does that help? What do you think that helps more with, your recording and writing songs or your stage show?
With everything. With
is it equal then?
Even with like doing the dishes or who keeps the living room clean, like everything comes together the longer you spend time with people.
Okay.
Living together, like we've settled into a very comfortable routine of songwriting where things have become less like, oh man, how am I going to figure this creative element out, into more like we have a songwriting factory that's always working.
Do you guys then do you sit down and say, okay, it's 4 o'clock. Right before dinner. Let's sit down and see if we can punch out a song or something like that. Or is it still instantaneous? Hey, I got an idea. Let's sit down and do something.
It's definitely still the creative process. So
okay.
It's like lists, a lot of lists, and listening.
We all work different schedules and we live together. So if some people are together, they're normally working on things. Like we just have so many songs that we're working on right now, and we're so busy that if there are 2 of us together, we're gonna be working on things.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we have practice every Tuesday and Thursday evening, but I mean, we live together at our studio. Like we have more work than we have time for. We're always going to be doing things together.
And so but you're very comfortable with the fact that, okay, Berto may not be here tonight, but Craig and Monty can work on this. And
that's better sometimes. Sometimes you only need me and Craig, or there's a lot of times where it's like Drew and Craig are working on this, so me and Berto have other things to do, and we all understand that.
Okay. Monty can go design posters. I can go work on our social media while Craig and Drew, are tracking some drums for a new song.
Very cool. All right, let's go to song number 2. This is actually the title track of your second EP, Modern Grip. Real quickly, let's go over that song. What is that song about? Boy, you gotta think back, because that's so long ago, right?
It's deep. It's deep, bro. It's pretty deep.
Modern Grip is has anybody ever asked me what Modern Grip is about?
We probably have.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the answer. Actually.
This is one of those tread lightly answers, you know?
Yeah.
Definitely a tread lightly
Is this a
answer.
personal song,
I'm
Craig?
thinking like depth of the ocean, where I want to be now as far as like a response here.
So is it
Well,
personal?
I don't know. It's kind of like when you
It's about the
grip
world.
something, but
It's today.
It's kind of like when your friend is like in traffic freaking out and like it's not that bad and you're like, yo man, get a modern grip, bro.
Okay. All right. That's a good one. You pulled that one out, right? Okay. Very cool. Let's go to the
oh
song.
man, is that the answer we're settling
That's
on?
the
That's awesome. That's amazing.
Man, get a modern grip.
There we
Someone
go.
Facebook message us and ask us, and Craig will type something out for you.
And if next time he's in, we'll get a completely different answer, right?
Yep.
All right. The song is called Modern Grip. It's the title track of their second EP. We're hanging with the guys from Great SOCIO, and this is yourlocalnote.com.
The past controls what we are today, and the values realized remain. Does the pain and suffering of a fallen world soak through time to affect our ways? Pieces of potential of art exist if the hourglass to question faith. In a modern day, within a civil world, may your passion be what people say. We're lost. We're lost and guided up on this with emptiness and hate. A moment just to ease eternal madness and heartache. We're lost. Some things are better forgotten. Some stories told aren't meant to persist. Cherish what we know and the things we depict. A backward look held in our modern bed. We're lost and guided up on this with emptiness and hate. We know the loss and pain seems a kindness not innate. Moment now to demonstrate when love has come our way. A moment just to ease eternal madness and heartache. Madness and heartache. Madness and heartache. Madness and We're lost
The song is called Modern Grip, and it's the title track of their second EP. We're hanging with the Great Socio. We're really not sure. Craig, while the song was playing, did you come up with another answer to what the song is about? No, I'm kidding. I'm just giving you a hard time. No.
Watch the
nice.
music video and guess.
Let's. How many videos do you have now, guys?
2 officials.
2 officials?
Yeah, one off of Modern Grip, which is Modern Grip, and then Criminals.
Okay.
Off the,
and we're going to talk about that a little bit later.
Yeah.
Okay. So you got the 2 videos. You did a tour down south. When did you do that?
Well, 2013 was a lot of touring.
Okay.
And I wouldn't say it's conventional touring, like, let's all get in a van
Right.
for 3 months straight and die. Like, no.
You would set up a weekend
Yeah.
and head down, or just a couple dates, head down, come back?
Yeah, well, we play minimum 2 shows a weekend during the touring season, minimum. You know what I
Okay.
mean? Like 3-4 shows in a week is pretty typical. But it's just every single week going out to a new place or just continuing to develop the markets that we're already established in. And then we'll plan out like longer runs, be like, all right, let's go for a week and go to some new faraway places.
How difficult is it to break into a new market?
It's the worst thing to have to do as a band ever.
Okay.
Other than the
why is
laundry list.
that? And why is that? Why is that?
Well, all right, how hard is it to break in the Philadelphia music scene even when you live here?
Okay.
Hard.
Right.
If you don't live in another major market,
Okay. Now you're guessing and trying to say, okay, is this a good place to play?
You don't know anyone there. You don't
Interesting.
know what people are like. You don't know what the feeling of their community is.
Right.
You don't know what neighborhood you would even want to hang out in.
So how do you approach that then as a band
Yeah,
when you're going to
it's-
go put a show together? What is your discussion?
In a completely new market, before you even approach like a venue, like a bar to go play at, you probably want to have somebody that you've connected with that wants you to play there.
Okay.
You got to know someone.
So through social media, you reach out to people.
Yeah.
Well, also like
And
you
bands,
have to be,
other bands?
Yeah, you have to be just professional networkers, right? You're going to your music conferences,
Right.
you're attending shows, you're going to your local venues and seeing touring bands that are coming through Philly.
Sure, and
that's a huge benefit of being in Philly is that everybody comes here. So you meet so many people from different places, and every time you do, you make that connection. And all right, I met this dude from Raleigh, North Carolina.
Right.
He's cool. He can tell me stuff that I don't know.
So people don't realize that even while you're at a show, even if you're not playing, you're still working.
Yeah, you don't have to be sitting on the internet doing research and sending out emails. You should be meeting people
And
making those
talking to them and
connections.
getting a good feel of what their city is like as far as music is concerned. While you guys have gone to different cities, any city that surprised you as far as how well they received you?
Raleigh, North Carolina.
Raleigh.
Yeah.
You enjoyed that?
Yeah, that was. I just won't stop thinking about that town.
Okay.
It's just the best.
Very cool. Any city that you went to and you're like, we're never going back there again?
Baltimore, and then Baltimore became one of those cities where we're like, oh, this is the best ever.
Really had bad experience and then came back and had a good experience?
Yeah, because when we started going to Baltimore, we had absolutely no idea what we were doing. We
Okay.
hardly knew people. We didn't know how to get into the right venues with the right shows.
We were basically going there for good pizza.
Yeah.
Okay. All right.
We play this one bar or restaurant that had amazing pizza, and we're like, all right, make $100, eat some pizza.
Definitely lose money every time we go.
That is another thing that people have to talk about. We'll get into that a little bit later with your Kickstarter project. But yeah, when you hit the road, there's no guarantee that you're going to make enough money to pay all the bills.
Band doesn't pay the bills. It's crazy.
Band hardly covers what it costs to go out.
The band pays itself.
Okay.
When you're starting a business, right? Everything
Yeah.
is constant investment.
Yes.
So, like, if you want to grow, then why would you pay yourself out so that you could buy a car or whatever?
Yeah, right. No, you're
just
constantly
reinvest
reinvesting
it.
in what you
Yeah.
guys are doing. I get that. But still, sometimes it's tough to even get that money from different venues.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's just
we have been
hard.
fortunate in that.
Okay.
Yeah, that we're doing all right.
Very good.
Well, once you have a really good product, that's when it's actually worth going out on the road.
Understand.
And we've created, we're creating, we've begun to create a circuit
and
where we're known.
And the social media is helping you with that, with your circuit?
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, you're on that constantly, working the different cities?
As best we can.
Right. Well, yes. You squeeze it in with everything else you're doing. I understand that. Okay. Very cool. How much songwriting do you do when you're on the road? Are you constantly writing, Craig?
On the road, it's more just listening. On the road, I try to have whatever our newest songs are, whatever like nobody's heard that we're writing at that point. Before we hit the road, I really try to bounce out like the best quality product that we have.
Okay.
So we can listen to it, and we're listening like way ahead of time to our stuff, and just getting a feel for it so that we understand what our next release is going to be like, what it's going to mean.
Okay. And again, getting back to the road, when you're putting a show together, do you now, since you've been to like Raleigh and Baltimore, do you tailor make a playlist for the different cities?
I mean, like a set list?
Set list, yeah. I mean, would you say, you know what, these songs, we seem to get a better response in Baltimore, so we'll play these songs and maybe leave out a song or two if you're in Raleigh type of thing, because so you do pay attention to that and constantly going over.
You gotta know your fans.
Okay.
Yeah.
And deliver it. Mm-hmm. Very nice. Very nice.
Give people what they want.
We've got a selection of covers that we've made our own too for those kind of cases. If we're in a place where we know somebody, the general people that are there would really like, I don't know, to hear Hound Dog. Like, we're gonna play Hound Dog.
Do you mix in more covers when you're playing for the first time in a city? Would you mix more covers in to make people more comfortable with you guys?
It really depends on the type of show that it is and how long we have.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're going down and we have like a half-hour showcase, we're going to play our half-hour best original music. But, for the first time we played Raleigh, they gave us like the whole night. So we had to play every cover we knew.
Okay. Okay.
But
awesome.
If you have like a 45-minute, hour-long set and you have a crowd of people that have no idea who you are.
Right. So how do you
want to pick a couple covers to ease them into you, give them something that's very familiar so that they can be like, all right, I see what's up. This is fun. I'm having fun.
These guys are good musicians, and okay.
And once they're having fun, they're more inclined to like you.
Very cool. All right, let's go to song number 3, Anything, Everything. This is from Find the Time. What is this about, Craig? Are we going to make this up as we go on this one?
That one's
I'm
easy.
This is a Bonnie and Clyde story.
Okay.
I think it's the lyrics to this started as a more organic thing that, just some lyrics popped in my head that were neat. I think something in one of the verses or something was the original. And we were just jamming and Berto sang parts of it, so we started just piecing it together. And the lyrics were just, they were good for the Bonnie and Clyde story. So I started researching, and the more I researched, the more it was like, this will work, and I like it, and it's relatable, and I'm going to go with it.
So a little history lesson for us.
Totally.
Very nice. Very cool. All right. The song is called Anything, Everything from their new EP coming out this week, Find the Time. And this is The Great Socio on yourlocalnote.com.
The story starts in the end with poems and writing and the snapshot she left, just like a black and white trail. Found by the cops hours later in abandoned hideouts. The newsprint sack, they released everything. What proof means anything? Takes the money, the guns, the guilt, the habit, the fun. Proof means everything. Proof in pictures and words. Place all the parts, handwritten confidence. It's a charm of the public, seen through the government. But she doesn't smoke cigars. He was guilty from the start. Inside the mind and the heart, soon it at the end. It's a mark and a target peg for the crumbs of them. But she doesn't smoke cigars. He was guilty from the start. What proof means anything? Which takes the money that comes to kill the habit of fun. Proof means everything. Well, our election now to vote to chaos as one. Proof means anything. Snaps out the way on the run. The proof of pictures and bones. Proof means everything. Which takes the money that comes to kill the habit of fun. The proof of pictures and bones.
The song is called Anything, Everything, and it's from the EP Find the Time with our friends, the Great SOCIO, hanging out with Berto, Craig and Monty. Unfortunately, Drew's not here, but he's here in spirit, right, guys?
Always.
Very nice. All right, let's talk about the Kickstarter project that you're doing. By the way, I love the video you made for the Kickstarter project. I thought
Jack Lynch.
That was
He's a
really
genius.
very, very clever, entertaining, and not over the top. That's my thoughts on it. It was
not over the top?
I didn't think it was that much over the
That's
top.
great.
Cool.
You know, it was. I thought more of subtle humor with passing the mic back and forth. I thought I really got a kick out of that. So good job on the Kickstarter video. Tell us about the project. What is it about? Why you're doing this?
Well, it's all about the next step.
Okay.
So the 2013 Kickstarter, we went from local Philadelphia band to a regional touring act. Like, we've established a region that we can travel in, play music for people that want to hear us and make money. Cool.
Very nice.
Now we need to take that a step further.
Okay.
So that's what every year is about, is making progress. But every time you grow, you need more money to fund that growth.
Okay.
So the campaign will be funding our new van, funding all the national radio and press promotion for the new CD, as well as the tour to Austin, Texas and back.
Wow.
Yeah.
When do you leave for Austin, Texas?
Well, the CD release party is March 5th, and that's the first official tour date.
Okay.
So March 5th, we start playing full time again, and then we probably won't be back until March 20th-ish.
Okay.
Yeah. We're not finished completely booking the end of the tour, but the tour on the way down to Texas and
Is all set.
Our dates in Texas are all set.
Okay.
Though we might be adding more dates in Texas.
March 5th is here in Philadelphia?
Yes.
And where?
That's at the legendary Dobbs on South Street.
And that's your CD release party?
Yes.
Okay, find the time so people can come down and get the CD there.
Yeah, that's a really cool opportunity, actually. We're treating that as a fundraising party where the new CD will be available to everyone for a donation. And the show itself is free because it's actually John Fay's open mic night at Dobbs, and we're going to be doing a featured set there to promote the new CD and to promote our tour.
Nice. Nice. Okay, very cool. So how are you guys doing with the Kickstarter project? Where are you at as far as?
So far, the early momentum is great. Early momentum as far as crunching numbers and stuff, where we're at the beginning of our campaign shows a successful campaign towards the end.
Okay.
Biggest pushes are in the beginning and the end.
Right.
But that's why having a little special incentives somewhere in the middle is always nice.
Yes.
So we like to keep things exciting for people, but people are still actively getting involved regularly, and it's really cool to watch it grow.
When is the end of the Kickstarter?
March 15th.
March 15th.
Which is actually midnight of March 14th. So we will have finished our fourth show in Austin, Texas, the night that we can announce the success of our Kickstarter.
Excellent. That is very good. All right. Normally, or I shouldn't say normally, but what I see with Kickstarter projects are bands saying, well, we need to record another CD, so we need this money. Who thought of the idea of, well, let's do this for a tour? How'd that idea come about?
Well, the reason we did that is, we're very transparent about the things we need, what we do, and how we grow, and how important everyone's involvement is.
Right.
So we like to just tell our story as accurately as possible. And the fact of the matter is, we didn't need the money for a new CD. The fact of the matter is, the investment you gave us in 2013 allowed us to pay for another CD for 2014.
Okay.
Because of everything we earned on our tours and stuff in 2013.
Cool.
So we didn't want to be like, hey, we need money for a CD, because we didn't.
Okay.
And that was because of our growth throughout the year and everybody's support. So I'd say that in itself is a testament of the success that can come from a Kickstarter.
Uh-huh.
And you know what? If we want to stay at the same level, cutting a CD isn't anything different.
Right.
Cutting a CD, that's standard operating procedure.
Got it.
You don't need more money to do that. We need more money so that we can take that CD national instead of just regional. And that's the story, and that's what's important here.
Okay. The Kickstarter video is on our site, correct? So you can check out the video. It's entertaining. I enjoyed it. I'm giving it a big thumbs up. And normally I don't critique things, but I thought you guys did a good job with that.
I think it's pretty funny.
Yeah. It's good. It's you guys. I mean, it just is you. And one of my favorite parts is when you're at the end and Drew is standing up and you can't see his face. I thought that was great. And
he is tall.
He is a tall guy, so that was pretty entertaining.
We thought about taking a piece out of the floor in the kitchen so that he would fit on the screen, but that was kind of extensive.
Yes. Yeah.
We would have had to ask for more money.
I'm sure the landlord wouldn't have been too pleased with that. That's pretty funny. Or what you could have done is Photoshop him holding his head.
That could have worked too.
Yeah.
Now we know what to do for the 2015 Kickstarter.
There you go. All right. I want credit for that.
You got it, RJ.
Very good. All right, guys. Where can people find your music? Just let's roll it out there as far as websites and social media places and all that other good stuff.
www.thegreatsocio.com is where you find it all. Right now it's, I think, redirected to our Kickstarter page.
Okay.
But the fact of the matter is, just Google The Great Socio, you're going to find us.
And everything is there.
Yeah.
Excellent. Very cool. All right. We will then move on to the last song that we're going to play, and you got a video with it. Mm-hmm. Criminals. Now, this is a song that's been with you guys for a while.
Yes.
So you had one version a couple years ago. What made you go back and say, hey, let's redo this?
It's an awesome song.
Okay. How difficult was that for you, Craig? Redoing it?
It was really, really difficult, actually.
I mean, did they come to you and say, hey, we want to redo this, or was it your idea to redo it?
Well, Criminals originally was written as with our first drummer, and then it was the structure generally was kept the same with our second drummer, and with our current drummer, with Drew. We just stumbled upon like cool new parts and things that we could do to it that were more developed and just awesome. So once we had those, it was like, this song is like, we don't want to have the old recording representing like what we're doing now.
Okay.
It's just so much better.
So do you look back at some other songs that you may want to redo?
Here and there.
We're open to the idea.
Okay.
Rewriting Criminals was kind of an accident. Like you said, they stumbled across
It just happened.
If it happens.
And those changes were pretty big.
So it's got to be organic. It's got to be there. You know, it can't be something, well, okay, we're going to do this. It's got to be, hey, you know what? I just thought of this, and what do you think?
It's really what we're compelled to do. Like, when you're motivated to do something, that's what we do.
Okay.
But like, I think some of what made re-recording that and rewriting it compelling is the fact that Criminals has been very anthemic for us. Mm-hmm. It definitely like highlights some of our group philosophy in the sense that, you know, just some of the things that we believe as far as how our society operates and how we view ourselves and how we view people collectively. Like, you know, we're all criminals. Absolutely. You know, so
Nice.
So we like the idea of holding on to that and sharing it with our fans.
Very good. All right. Very nice. So the video, describe it a little bit for people who haven't seen it yet, and they can see it on our site. Is that correct? And they can also see it on your website. Okay. Just a little crumb.
They will be able to see it on the website.
But
Right now,
and
it's
our
redirecting
website, too.
Right now, it's redirecting to the Kickstarter page. So.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, Jack Lynch directed this the video. He directed the Modern Grip music video. He directed the Criminals video, and he did our Kickstarter video. He's awesome, super talented. Hire him, give him lots of money. But Criminals, he used just a ton of stock footage that he'd been collecting throughout the year.
Okay.
So Criminals is less of like an artistic piece video-wise and more of a documenting of all the experience that we had in like the Great SOCIO for the latter half of the year.
Nice. So you do a lot of filming when you guys are on the road?
Whenever Jack's with us.
Okay. Is he coming with you down to Southwest?
Unfortunately not.
That's too bad.
But we're trying to do our best to like stay on top of self-documenting,
Right.
even with just our cell phones and stuff like that.
That's
we want to
cool.
get better at that because people like video. You guys are doing it.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Yes.
We all want to get better at that,
Okay.
and you guys deserve it at home. So
Very cool. All right. Again, March 5th is a CD release party. Where is that?
Legendary Dobbs.
Okay.
And then the tour kickoff is on March 7th.
And where's that?
That's at World Cafe Live, The Queen in Wilmington, Delaware. That's actually the Homie Awards, which we're very, very honored to be headlining.
Very nice. Very nice. Okay. And then after that, you're on the road.
Correct.
And you expect to be back, by the end of March?
Yeah, sometime towards the end of March.
And then are you going to do some more shows locally or take some time off? Or
We don't take time off.
Okay.
Yeah, we already have some shows booked into April, and
Cool.
we'll be playing every weekend.
Okay. Very nice. All right, guys. Once again, great having you in studio, and best of luck with the tour.
Thank you so much for having us and for 3 years of support at this
This
point.
is
You guys
cool.
are amazing.
Well, you guys are doing a great job. It's great to see you guys grow. And that's what we wanted to do with this site, was to have bands and watch them grow through the years. And watching you guys just, get bigger and better. It's just awesome.
I will never forget those first conversations 3 years ago and watching you guys do it and you guys watching us do it.
Yeah,
It's awesome.
absolutely. Very good. All right, wrapping things up with Criminals. But before we get to that, just want to remind you, got to do some housework here. We've got a new VidCast coming up next Monday, as we always have a new VidCast on Monday. You can check that out. Also, don't forget, we got a newsletter Mike puts out, does a great job with that. Just email us at contact@yourlocalnote.com. Concert calendar, Mike does a great job updating that. And he's the man behind the scenes here. Does a fantastic work. So check out the concert calendar. And then also, we are streaming 24/7. And as soon as we can, we're going to put the new EP from the Great SOCIO, Find the Time, up so you can hear all their music on our stream. Okay, wrapping things up with Criminals. Find the Time is the EP, and the band is the Great SOCIO, and this is yourlocalnote.com.
Interesting. Our actions taking flower from common pleas. The fashion of reaction, the art of the public lead. Does it sound like savior when the spectral broadcasts confusion that we all agreed? Another voice, the perfect choice, the static message, regal policy. The self-reliant as opinions pouring, integrity choice, the national voice brought vengeance to trial as the public speaks its lead. We're all criminals, happy to have our say. Lucky to criminals, loving every day. We're all criminals, happy to have our say. Lucky to It don't